Welcome back for more arms. I'm excited. Are you excited? Because I'm excited. Because it's time for Min Min. This is my favorite fighter. The one I was going to say the one I'm best at. I don't know if I can say that. But definitely my main. You may know her from Smash Bros. I know her from this game because I have culture. I'm just kidding. It's fine if you... There's plenty of things I only heard of from Smash Bros. Like the Mother series. Anyway. We're going on 7. Because I'm good with Min Min. And I can manage 7 with Min Min. I don't know about anyone else, but I can do it with Min Min. Live from the Ramen Bowl, the heat, the flavor, the zing of the ARMS Grand Prix is upon us. And who else would be here to share this action-packed event but your buddy Biff? She's got speed, she's got skill, she's got flavor. You guessed it, folks. Here comes Min Min! A member of the ramen royalty, Min Min comes to us from the famed Nintendo Noodle House. What do you think? Will the ARMS Championship belt soon be hanging on his broth-splattered walls? That sounds like an insult. Well, we'll soon find out. You hear me? The Grand Prix is about to start. So if you come to this video because you know Min Min from Smash Bros. And you just wanted to see the part where we play as Min Min, hi, this is ARMS. It is a really well-designed game. Match 1, fire it up. It's Min Min versus the heiress Ribbon Girl. I've heard Min Min is a bit jealous of Ribbon Girl's rising star. Wouldn't mind her own taste of fame. In any case, let's hope Ribbon Girl is hungry for ramen, because she's sure about to get some. Let's go. We'll do a dragon and a Ram Ram. So as you may already know, Min Min's power is the charging dragon arm. If you can manage to get a full charge, she gets a permanent charge on her left arm in the form of the dragon. And the Ram Ram, as you can see, is a curving arm. That's fire element. Ow. Okay, I gotta be doing better. I forgot I set this to 7. I'm playing more casually here. I gotta be intense. I gotta focus. But I also gotta explain what's going on in case you really haven't watched any other episodes. Because again, I'm sure a lot of people may be coming to this just off of Smash Bros. So you got your punch with the left arm, punch with the right. That's the opposites. I'm not good with my lefts and rights. You can block. You can dash and jump. You can dash mid-air. Ribbon Girl is really good at that. I gotta be careful. But also... waiting for it. You can rush. Ah, you whiffed it. Uh-oh, she's rushing. She's rushing, I gotta... Okay, I'll just stay on my ground. That's fine. Worked out, everything's fine. Now, the dragon is a really solid arm. I'm not really sure if it's... because when you send it out, it floats in place. I'm not sure if that necessarily slows you down. I think it does. I think it would be considered a slower arm. But I find it's really good at capitalizing on moments of weakness. Gotcha. Now, of course, the dragon arm is not exclusive to the dragon arm. What am I talking about? I'll show you. So I can set it up like this. And if I get a full charge going, left arm is still a dragon, even though my right hand has the dragon. It is a little confusing, you know, they got arms, and they got arms on their arms, and it's arm's leg, you know. So it can be a little confusing with their terminology there. I don't blame you if you couldn't follow what I was saying, but could follow what I was showing. I'm sure it's not that hard to understand when you're looking at it. It's just like my phrasing is weird, because the terms are weird. Now, another way to get the arm is to get a good throw. Or a good throw. Get in any kind of throw. If you can manage to grab your opponent and get the throw off and not get interrupted by something else, then you will get the charge. Now, you lose the charge if you get knocked down, which has already happened. Whoa, 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 whoa. Nope. See. There it goes. I lost my charge. Now, the good thing about the charge is that opponents know not to let you get it, so you can use it to bait your opponent which is what I like to do here with the Megaton on the Dragon Arm. Because not only does it keep... See, Scatter Thoughts, forget to mention things. Not only does the Dragon Arm also give you a permanent charge on that arm, but it also increases the size of whatever arm is in the weapon you put on it. So I really like putting the Megaton on there, because it makes it really big and really defensive, and it fits my aggressive playstyle. But of course, you can put anything there, because being bigger not only makes it better for defensive, but also offensive, because it's easier to hit with. Sorry to beat you through timeouts, Ribbon Girl, but them's the breaks. Would have rather gotten KOs, but I don't mean to say I would rather knock out Ribbon Girl than let her stay conscious. Match 2, rated for seconds. It's Min Min versus the Man of Mystery, Helix. This lab is pretty creepy, but that hasn't stopped these fans from showing up. It's no mystery how much they care about arms. Oh, okay, that's all. We didn't even talk about Helix. It's just, yeah, fans. Okay. Now, another distinct trait of Min Min's is the kick. So when she dashes backwards on ground, or any direction in air, she does a kick, which acts kind of like Springman's Shockwave, deflects incoming attacks. Ow. She also goes quite a distance when you utilize the... Gotcha. When you utilize the air dash. So she's considered, like, actually kind of mobile. Maybe not one of the most mobile characters. Excuse me. Jeez. Supposed to be putting on a good show for people here from Smash Bros. But yeah, she's decently mobile, and people appreciate that about her moveset. I, on the other hand, appreciate her for her simplicity and how straightforward she is to understand. Because deflecting things with your kicks is not really something you're supposed to be actively thinking about. It's more of something that kind of just happens. Or at least, not unless you're really good, I suppose. But I think even then, your opponent will probably be expecting you to try to kick their arm down. So it's one of those things that you probably shouldn't do all the time, just to stay unpredictable. But I appreciate her for being straightforward to understand, and her arms sets here, these things, are all easy to understand the strategy with. These actually helped me, like before the game even came out, it helped me understand the principles of attacking in arms, of trying to trick your opponent into going a certain direction, basically. Because seeing these, I think, oh, okay, the Megawatt is defensive, and then the dragon shoots a laser. So what I can do is I can set her up like this, and use this, hurl it at them, and then whatever direction they decide to go in to try to avoid it, I blast them with the dragon. Or I can go the opposite and start with the dragon, and then get them with the Megaton, or Megawatt. Something like that. But yeah, that's kind of the idea, is you can use one arm to trick them into going a direction you would expect. Yeah, get out of my healing circle. And then you get them with your other arm. You can kind of do the same thing with the Ram Ram as well, where it's easier to avoid curving arms if you go forward or backwards. Sorry, man, I kind of need some more water. I should get some after this. But because you know they're going to go forwards or backwards, you can either get them with the dragon or the Megawatt. But of course, Min Min's my favorite character, not just for being straightforward and easy for me to understand, but also because she is just really cute. And I like her noodle theming, and mixing the noodle theming with the dragon theming, so she's not purely just noodles. What are you wiggling at me for, Helix? Wasn't even attacking you. You weren't avoiding nothing. Gotcha. Ooh, let me get some water. I also like that sometimes when you go for the grab, when she's doing the kicking part of the grab attack, that she goes, bup, 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 bup. Sometimes I do that too, just subconsciously. Just, bah, 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 gotcha. Match 3, bowl him over. Let's switch it up and play some skill shot. I think this is where Min Min's arms set, the default arms set anyway. Of course, you can change these out if you want to. It does kind of falter a little bit. It does kind of have a weakness. I don't think they're super good at skill shot. If I say that, I mean you get 70 points. I don't normally open up with 70 points, so that's pretty good for me. You know, by my own standards. And the permacharge, Rom-Rom, or Dragon if you choose, could definitely knock your opponent down for a good bit. Nope, I'm losing. Again, I'm forgetting I'm on level 7, and I really gotta to try hard to beat my opponent here, especially in the mini games. There, take that. Weeaboo. Actually, I don't know. I think he actually is Japanese. He's supposed to be. Speaks Japanese, I think. There we go. Yeah, now I'm motoring. Ow. Yeah, there we go. So much for what I was saying about Min Min's arm set not being good for this. I kicked his can. Ah, dang. We're snakeboarding. Match 4, heating up. It's Min Min versus the Speed Demon, Kid Cobra. Excuse me. His signature slam of my underarms will come at you like, well, snakes. Don't get lost in the super team movements, Min Min. Kick a snake like I didn't get the rest. Okay. I think for this, I'm gonna go like this. And I'm gonna try to stay off of snakeboards. Because if you stay to the outside of the arena, you can actually get... You can stay on level with him, more or less, while he's on the snakeboard, and be easier to knock him off of it. And once you get him off, you know he's going to try to get back on, so you have a point where you can predict what he's going to try to do. Oh, he's coming up here. I didn't expect that. No, get off the board. Okay, avoid the bomb. I've actually had instances where the bomb kind of just immediately exploded because it clipped through the board. So you should definitely be careful of that on this stage. Definitely be extra careful of bombs. I was just about to say I almost got him. And then I got him. You can see me because... You can see me smiling as I got him. I don't know why I couldn't say that. I was like too tense to say it. Like, what am I tense about? I'm playing on 7, sure, but I got this. I'm playing as Min Min. I'm good as Min Min. I will confidently say that. I'm good as Min Min. That's not a brag. It's me saying the facts. Beating this game on 7 is not easy. There are people who have struggled to learn this game playing on 4 or lower, and here I am on 7. I am good at this game. I can confidently say that. Yeah, that's the unfortunate thing about ARMS. It does have a learning curve. But once you get into it, it is such an awesome game. I promise. Okay, stop snakeboarding. Okay, I gotta get you off the board. Your garden. I guess he's a garden snake. I had to think about that for a moment. I was like, wait, that's what those little, like, harmless green snakes are called, right? They're little garden snakes? Yeah, I think so. Oh, come on. Ah. Oh. Why did I dodge? I wanted to guard, because I knew what was coming. Ah, you almost got me, but you didn't. Phil saw it all that show, we found him. Oh yeah, I just remembered something about the dragon. So if you're too close to your opponent and you try to send it out, if you hit them with the dragon head itself, it won't shoot a laser. It'll basically punch them and come right back. Come on, come on, come on. No. Ah. Well, the bright side is we won't have to deal with level 7 Springtron. So that's a nice little bonus to losing. You know, take the sting out of it. Oop, get off the board. I don't like being on the board. Yeah, I can definitely see why people don't like this stage generally, because it does kind of, like, if you're playing entirely on the boards, it does kind of take the strategy out of it, which is why I try to stay off the board and try to keep my opponent off the board as well. Try to use the board as an element of predictability, as I've said before, where, like, yeah, I'm sure he's going to want to get on the board, so I'm not going to let him. I'm going to keep aiming my attacks over there because I'm expecting him to try to get back on the board. There we go. Because once you're on the... like, being on the boards kind of does make every character kind of play the same. Especially if you're biting Bark and it kind of leaves Bark in the dust. Or if you're playing as Ribbon Girl, if you're trying to stay on the board, you're not going to get in your extra jumps, and then Ribbon Girl basically has no abilities. Oh, I know that stage. That's Masango. It's hard to mistake. Totally not Star Platinum. Match 5, halfway there. It's Min Min versus the spirited fighter, Masango. We're coming to you live from the land of the Masanga, where Masango got his start. The general slope of this plaza and the well-placed pillars set quite a scene for a fight. The key factor in today's battle will be positioning, positioning, positioning! Here we go now. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go Megawatt and... No, let's do Double Dragon. Like that game, Double Dragon. Yeah, those Scorpios definitely make him vulnerable when he uses them on the ground. They actually have an alternate flight mode, where when you use them mid-air, they actually become more like a curving arm, which I tend to use more than the ground attack. I just have I have better success in landing it, I find. Nope, get out of the circle. Get out of the circle. I think I just got him with the Dragon Punch there. A direct Dragon Head to the face. Gotcha. Whew, solid 390. Sounds like a flip. It's just like a 360, but you're just a little bit over, but not quite enough to be like a 720. Oh wow, a perfect. See? See? You see why you see why I'm confident in saying I'm good at this game? Okay. Shut up, no one cares. No one's impressed. Yeah, I think I'll stick with the Double Dragons. Now, when you're playing against actual human opponents, it's probably not a good idea to try to always start by getting your Dragon Arm. Because, your opponent will be expecting you to want that arm. So it's probably a better idea to wait until you get a knockdown. You go for a partial charge and hit him with something fire. And then you can full charge while they're on the ground. Okay, I gotta be careful. Yep, he gets the yellow mask. He's going to be invincible when he's rushing. Okay. Got that mask off of him. Masango is definitely a fighter with a lot of potential, but I think he is also considered generally one of the lower tier characters. Again, if you care about tiers, but it's more about... I think the tier is more about accessibility than anything. Or how hard you have to work to make them a good fighter. But again... It's not about a tier, it's about your own strategy, your own playstyle, and how well you can personally do with them. Masango has won tournaments before, so let that be a lesson in how little tiers matter in this game. Match 6, don't overdo it. Let's change it up and play some V-Ball. Yeah, sorry if I get a little annoying about emphasizing how little tiers matter. I'm really not someone who likes when games get a meta, and then that's all you ever see. Like, I am so happy that Splatoon 3 does not have damage up, because that's all you would ever see people use in the other games. And it's Not really, like, not a bad thing. It's fine if that's the strategy you want to go with, but to me, it's just the mark of a tryhard. You know, it's a mark of someone who can't stand losing, so they use every single possible advantage they can possibly get. And it, you know, it just contrasts my own playstyle of like, yeah, I'm just gonna do whatever I feel like, and I'll try to do like good strategy. You know, I'll try to avoid using skills that don't work well on whatever weapon I'm using. But you can't get me playing damage up. I don't care. You know, like, what do I care if my 2-shot weapon, or my 3-shot... What do I care if my weapon hits for 3 times, and I could take that and turn a 3-hit kill into a 2-hit kill? Like, or a 4-hit kill into a 3-hit kill. Like, yeah, sure, if you're highly competitive, you're playing at the top ranks, that matters. Not to me, I'm not at top ranks. I'm not even at top ranks of this game, because I got to rank 15, and then they increased the cap to 20, and I was like, nah, I'm good. And I firmly believe, like, in Smash Bros, just don't care about the tier. Now we're cooking. It's Min Min versus the Scrapyard Scrapper, Mechanica. Can you believe she built her suit from scrap using old spare parts? Don't let her noodles get to you, Min Min. Use yours to take her down. Yes, she's basically Tony Stark. She's the Tony Stark of this universe. Yeah, I've always been adamant that just don't care about the tier in Smash Bros. Smash Bros is a fun game. It's not supposed to be competitive. It's not built to be competitive. Why do you think they have items? Why do you think they have stages that have some, you know, they're moving stages, so if you're a less mobile character, you just have a really bad time on it. It's like, because it's supposed to be fun and wild and crazy and random. That's why they had tripping and brawl, is because they didn't care about the competitive aspect. They didn't care if tripping gets in the way of the competitive scene. Just play whatever fighters you want in Smash Bros. You know, I respect someone who mains the random button. But, you know, I say that about, like, items and stages and stuff, but I'm definitely someone who turns off items and does Omega stages. It's like, you know, that's a valid playstyle too. I'm not gonna get on anyone who's like, no, it's gotta be fun with this, no show only, no items, Fox only, whatever. If that's how you get your fun, sure, cool. But I also just don't like playing Smash with competitive people, because I played against competitive Smash players at college, like in the break room. It's not fun. When you play for fun and then someone juggles you to death with Mario's up tilt, it's like, no, I'm good, thanks. Nope, almost. Okay, well, I shouldn't be worried. I almost got her. And timeout victory, that's fine. I like going for knockouts even if I'm winning, but you know, it doesn't matter in the grand scheme of things. Okay, let's change it up. Let's stop using double Ramarons. Woo. Yeah, Mechanica is a fighter who tends to give me trouble, but that's because I tend to forget about the windows of opportunity and the levels of predictability that the AI has. Ow. Because she does like to float. She likes to use her jetpack ability to hover in the air. And then you... like that. And it's kind of easy to predict where she's going to land, because I know how long the jetpack lasts for. Oh! Okay, as long as we both took damage. So it's easy to figure out where she's going to land. And just wait for her to land. Don't get her while she's in the air, because that's when she's got super armor. Gotta wait for her to land. Ah! What an even fight. Ah, come on. Oops, stop. I don't know what I was trying to do there. I wanted to get close to her so she could hit herself with her missile. With the rush from her missile, but I didn't do it right. Man, here I was thinking, excuse me, that I'd use the Megawatt to just plow through her arms. But you can see being multi-shot and having the missile makes that kind of a tricky deal. It doesn't always work. Again? Seriously? Yes, knock it off. Knock it off, Fox. Come on. Yes. Yes. There we go. I don't know how I knock her out by punching her in her robot suit, but I'll take it. Match 8, ready to boil. It's Min Min versus the Clockwork Cops, Bite and Bark. They keep the peace here on Buster Beach. The Sea Breeze helps wind their gears, so they never have to take a break. Oh, that's pretty cool. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go Dragon and Rom Rom. Good old default set for her. Actually, no, I think the default would be Dragon on the left, Megawatt on the right. I think that's how her official art has her. But, you know, if you got the amiibo like I do, the Smash amiibo, the only Smash Ultimate amiibo I cared about getting, you see her with the Dragon arm on the left and the Rom Rom on the right. To me, that feels like her default loadout, even if that's not how Owl or official renders have her. Dang it. Ugh. Couldn't get him out of the circle. Where are you grabbing? You're grabbing way over in Michigan. I'm not even there. Okay, he is being real aggressive. I will capitalize on his jump. And his fall. Ouch. Ah, I tried to kick. Get knocked down. Yeah, I forget if I said you get knocked down if you get hit by any 2 punches. Well, okay. That shot was meant for a Bark, but hit and bite. That worked out. That's good enough. That's close enough. I like how when you knock him out, he kind of crumples over himself with his butt in the air. Looks funny. Anyway. Now, I don't know if I've shown this off, but the Dragon is actually pretty good at being defensive against multi-shot arms, against lightweight arms. Because it floats there, it does kind of act like a temporary shield. Okay, no, curve the laser to hit Bark. Dang it! Explosion! Aha! You're not the only one who wasted a rush. Now, I think people say that Min Min kind of is more of a mid-range to what do you call it? What's the term again for being far away? That range, mid-range, long range. There we go. Because of her ability to kick arms out of the air, you need time to be able to capitalize on that. You know, react to that. Stop saying capitalize, jeez. There we go. I've got you now. He crumples over himself with his butt in the air again. Match 9, check please. It's Min Min versus the Sucker Puncher, Lola Pop. Today, Lola will be using the Fun Chuck, an arm that sends competitors spinning. Wow, that sounds like the kind of thing Min Min would get a kick out of too. Yeah, it does kind of match her aesthetic, doesn't it? A little bit. So I'll just punch right through it with a Megawatt. If I may be so bold, I might even go 2 megawatts, but I'm not going to be that bold because we're on level 7. I think gotta be careful. In fact, I'm not even sure I can punch through both of them with this, even on the Dragon arm, being as big as it is. Whoop. Okay. Now, if you jump, your aim does kind of recenter. I guess I never quite went over that. So your aim is automatically focused on your opponent, but if you stay still and they move around, it goes off center. So you have to keep moving to get it centered. And guarding, jumping, and blocking, or guarding, jumping, and dashing will recenter your view, which can make it easier to hit your opponent. So if you see me jumping a lot for no reason, it's basically on short hopping to try to get the view recentered, which I've been told helps your accuracy, but I haven't, like, even trying to use, you know, double phoenixes, the one I have trouble aiming with, doesn't quite help out. And even against, like, one of the most evasive opponents in the game, still have trouble hit her. I got you now. Oh, she's pouring in the clap back now, so I'm gonna go random with my Rom-Roms. Or Ram if you so choose. I go Rom because, you know, Ramen. Because that's her whole deal. Haha! I got you! Don't be predictable. Ah, okay, yeah. That's fair. Are you gonna... Wasn't sure she would actually stay there and get hit by a bomb. Almost feel like they need to introduce level 8. Whoa, whoa, oh, okay. Excuse me, jeez. Yeah, so you can see, I'm still... Ow. Okay, that's my fault, that's not the aim. Still kind of missing, even though I'm using the Rom-Roms, which have pretty good tracking, and I'm jumping after. Maybe it does matter whether I curve it left or right. Not quite sure. Gotta get me with a knockdown. Okay, that was a waste. Aw, man, she jumped my... I predicted her, I just didn't react accordingly. Nope. Okay, she's got this around, I think. Or maybe not. Gotcha. I went by decision. Yeah. The grand finale. Whew. Max Brass on level 7. Let's do this. See, I told you this stage is dangerous. It can't be the first time that's happened. Meet the true final boss. The real, actual, true final boss. Dr. Coyle. What just happened, folks? It's okay. Stay calm. Stay calm. The commission was just knocked out cold. Who would... Wait a minute. I know that face. It's the rad scientist, Dr. Coyle. The head of ARMS Labs and their top researchers. She's also a sponsor of this tournament. By entering the Grand Prix herself, she's clearly made peace with the ethical quagmire this presents. Anyway, taking out Max Brass like that was... Like it was nothing proves she's got what it takes to be the champ. It's on. This next fight's for the title. So if you play on level 6 or 7, you will fight Dr. Coil instead of Max Brass. And she is kind of a pain. She is that really elusive opponent I was talking about, the one who's really good at dodging attacks. Her signature abilities are that she can float, and she can get a third arm. Or in this case, I'm not sure if this phase... Yeah, I think it's this phase. She can get 4 arms. Yeah, there they are. When you play as her... You know, when you actually play as her, as the player... Ah, jeez. You know, any case where she shows up where she's not a boss, she only gets an extra 1. And it's on a random side of her shoulder. Either right or left. Boss form, she gets both. Kind of unfair. I don't like that they do it that way, where you don't get them, you know, it's where she's not the same when you play as her. Which apparently that's also the case for Springtron and Max Brass. I don't notice it as much with Max Brass, but I think Springtron is, he does get more buffs when he gets a full charge. Or at least it seems like it to me, but that's maybe I'm biased. And her arm selection is definitely annoying too. These freaking parabolas. Alright. We got her. I just gotta be careful. And so the dragon is definitely what I want to be using while fighting her, because like I said, it's good at capitalizing on her. Sorry, word choice again. It's good at exploiting her weaknesses. It's good at hitting her when she's vulnerable. Yeah, there's one round where she comes with a Lockjaw, I think it was called. Hey, why don't I do that too? No, I'm gonna stay on the dragon in the round now. She's still got a parabola. I gotta stop jumping when a parabola's coming at me. It's not gonna work. Ah, don't punch down my dragon, man. Or lady. There. Gets you with a rush. How you like that? Stand in the circle, get some more rush. How do you like that? Bet you don't. Or maybe you do. I don't know. You're a mad scientist of sorts. You know, rad scientist. Close enough. It kind of sounded like the sound dropped out there for a moment. I hope that didn't actually happen in the recording. So yeah, maybe she is. If she's behind all this, maybe she does like it when I fight my best. And just like that, Dr. Coil has been defeated. I must feel bad for her. The poor thing can barely stand. Well, she always floats anyway, so... It's not Headlock, is it? Could the doc have summoned him here? No, she wouldn't dare. Oh, but she would. She definitely would. She just did. That's how I know. Then again, she hasn't always displayed sound judgment when it comes to arms. Either way, doesn't look like the Grand Prix is over just yet, folks. That is a pretty cool look she has going on there with Headlock and 6 Lockjaws. The penultimate boss. Dr. Coil is refusing to admit defeat. I've got a bad feeling about this, people. I always knew the doc's devotion to arms was a little creepy, but she's totally obsessed. Her pet projects, Helix, Headlock, Springtron, the Party Crash program, were all part of her research. But research for what? To become the Ultimate Arms Champion? Even if she has to use Headlock to do it? Good luck, Min-Min. Time to let that dragon loose. Ladies and gents, if you're not panicking, now would be a good time to start! Don't panic, I got this. Watch me lose the first round. After saying that. So yeah, Pentultimate Boss. Is that the right word for it? At the very end, the final boss, the last thing. I'm probably going to jinx myself saying this, but honestly, I find Coil Headlock easier than just regular Dr. Coil. Maybe even easier than Max Brass Headlock. Possibly because there's no explosives on offer here. She's using electric and technically non-element, but those are... they shoot a little blast. It's more like its own projectile than an actual explosion. Okay, I'm not letting you in this healing circle. Whether I whip this rush or not, I am not letting you stand over here. Oh, okay. Should have figured. Okay, focus a bit more. So got her. What? Stop trying to jump the parabolas. It's not gonna work. I mean, it can work. I'm just bad at it. Okay. I'm gonna wait for her to use her arms and open herself up. Oh, come on! You're usually gonna get me with the wide grab, the freaking wide grab that I can't do because I'm playing on a controller. You gotta be kidding me, man. Almost. Get her. Okay. So yeah, Dr. Coyle is behind basically everything. Anything shady that happens in this game, lore-wise, she's probably behind it. So you can consider her the antagonist of the game, but, you know, she doesn't entirely do everything wrong. You know, she's not entirely bad deals. There we go. I wouldn't necessarily call her evil, just, corporate. Let's use that word. Or, well, maybe that makes her sound more like she cares about money, which is not the case. She's just obsessed with fighting. So much so that she even has, like, secret reports on all the fighters, which we will get to when we play as her in the Grand Prix. Like, she's researched all their weaknesses and, like, their hobbies and stuff. I definitely remember weaknesses, because some of them even have fears listed, and I was reading those earlier. Like the other day, because they can be interesting, but not all of them are fears. Some of them are just plain weaknesses, like Bite and Bark are weak to water. Although that's not what theirs says. So why did I use that as an example? I don't know. Yeah, you stay in my circle. It's probably smarter to defend the circle from the furthest edge, you know, the edge closest to your opponent, so that even if they get up close to you, they're not in the circle. Like here, like right here. That's what I mean. But I'm used to just getting in the circle at all, so. Uh-oh, okay. Oh, come on, got me with the explosion. Got me with the Nathan explosion. Okay, this ought to get you. Yeah, there we go. Level 7 complete. And I'm honestly kind of impressed with myself with my ability to do that while talking. It didn't actually feel like it was that hard, or that much harder, while I was talking. Not to pat myself on the back. I'm just impressed with myself. Ladies and gents, Dr. Coyle's down again. Even in her headlocked state, she wouldn't pull out the win. What's going on here? The blinding light! Doc, are you okay? Huh. Maybe you could just pick up that thing off with your bare hands. Doc, hold it! Oh, come on. Don't take out your frustration on your own creation. What? Now where's she going? There she is. No, it's the Kamish. I didn't know you had parasols. Hey, Kamish, over here. What can I say? The guy knows how to make an entrance. Though he should probably learn how to stick the landing. Who cares? This is Max Brass, people. It never fails to impress. Looks like things are finally winding down, so let's get this show on the road. And yeah, there we go. Oh, crowd has Coyle fans in there. I didn't know those things existed. That's not true. I know people like Dr. Coyle. And that's a score worth celebrating. Now, Dr. Coil is actually considered, for what tiers are worth. She's considered top tier, so much so that she's in her own tier. She is a really powerful fighter. Your new grand champion, the Ramen Bomber, Min Min. The belt is headed home to the Noodle House. Congratulations. I'm your thank you all competitors and fans at home. See you next time, folks. Also, because I never said it, I want her hat. I want a replica of her hat. I want some ramen too. We'll get bubble ramen. I don't have any ramen right now. Well, I mean, I have some noodles over there that are kind of. I think they're past their best by date, so they're probably stale. I should probably throw them out. Anyway, that's it for this episode. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one, where we do Mechanica, the Tony Stark of this universe. Bye.